winding our way, whoops, down. He's calling me. Alright, this is our Airbnb. Bedrooms are downstairs. Kitchen. Lovely. Donna left us a bottle of wine. And this is simply spectacular. Look at this. So we're sitting here. And there's the harbour. Looks like the tide's coming in. See down there. Bit more harbour down there. We're going to go for a walk on the harbour wall in a minute. But isn't this just absolutely glorious? You like it?
Yes, it's very nice.
So we're on the right-hand side of the harbour wall, the west side. And if you see here, it's marvellous what they've got. They've got little dormitories for visiting bird life. Right, I've just got a loaf of bread from Martin's Bakery. Initially, I came to this bakery over here, which is called the Cornish Bakery. And we had a bit of a laugh and a chat, because this bakery doesn't sell bread. They sell a delightful array of pasties and that guy who you just saw, I said to him, have you seen the cheese shop sketch, Monty Python? He said, no, he hasn't. I said, that would be perfect if you could just make it bread instead of cheese. And that is the perfect sketch. Anyway, he wrote it down. He's going to look it up. Here's the harbour. So after a little hike, we stopped for morning tea. Trisha's sensibly having a pan au chocolat, and I'm having a ridiculously sized, genuine, baked this morning, Cornish pasty.
Where I have Cornish pasty. Looks like good now. Just going to pan down. Look at the actual.
Peppery, meaty,
Right.
freshly baked this morning.
So I think she likes it. So
When we having dinner?
lunch.
So we're in the Mevagissey Museum, which looks like it is packed full. We have £2 to get in. Another cider press, clearly an important part of life in Mevagissey. We had sewing machines like that at school. Now on the 3rd floor, I tell you, this place is absolutely packed. Photographs and stories. Oh, I've seen some people in smocks. It's well worth a visit. Oh, it's a virtual of a whale. Okay, just heading out of Fisherman's Cottage. We're very glad we did it today, because it's allowed the weather to clear a bit, hasn't it?
Yeah. Cleared a bit.
Yeah. So we're heading off to St. Stephen's in Mevagissey Church. Through the little gate. Do that again. That's our little car. It's got its own parking space. And here are these boat builders. I've been watching them. They've been hard at work, standing around doing quite a lot of arguing. And they pulled this thing up this morning. They pulled up by the thick rope, and then they'd stop a bit. But it looks like all weather work.
That chain on that one, on this one,
Yeah.
you can pull this one forward or give us a movement.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very tricky parking a lifeboat. The Guide of Dunkirk here, 1940s, is being restored. Its maiden voyage was into Dunkirk, and it was funded by the Girl Guides, hence the name. These guys are all working very hard. Fancy a walk up to the church?
Not really, but I'll come.
I do believe it is a mere 0.4 of a mile or 700 metres,
Right.
with a, quote, slight incline.
Are they your words or the words of the brochure?
Good question. Actually, the words of Apple. So it must be true, although it's different from the words of Googs.
Right. It's not that cold, so it's all be good.
Yeah, it'd be marvellous.
It's cool, but it's not that cold. What were you hassling that poor young boy about?
I was asking him, he's in the baker's that has, we're looking for Church Street, by the way, which might be that one.
This one.
Oh, Parish Church, this way, clear sign. Yeah, they're in the bakery, and it doesn't actually have any bread. They're pasties and cakes and that sort of thing. because I went in there saying, have you got a loaf of bread? And he said, funnily enough, despite being a bakery, we don't actually have any bread. So I said, have you seen the Monty Python sketch with the cheese shop? And he said, no, he hasn't. And that's the second person I've asked on this holiday. Young people weren't brought up on Monty Python.
Weren't brought up correctly then, were they?
No, not at all. So he promised to look it up. So I just popped in to check. And he hasn't looked it up yet, but he says he will. Because I want to see his reaction. Because he could do a whole...
You're putting a lot of pressure on that kid. He doesn't give a damn that a tourist talks about Monty Python.
But he could do a whole new sketch in the bread shop. Have you got any sourdough? No. Have you got any whole rye? No. Have you got any svelte white buckwheat? No, we haven't. Actually, no, we haven't got... Have you got any bread at all?
No.
No. See, it could just be a retake
But
of the
if you
cheese
go around
shop.
the corner, they have plenty of bread.
I know, but it wouldn't be the same. But they could do a whole new sketch.
Yeah.
Possibilities are endless.
That's what we need. See that
Oh,
car
yeah,
there?
this...
This is the sort of car you need if you live here in Mevagissey.
Yeah. No, none of your Mercedes business. And even that's got a scratch on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yesterday we were trying to escape Mevagissey, and we were going up this teeny tiny road. Anyway, so here we are, car, teeny tiny road. So this was us, and then parked here is a Mercedes. And I noticed she didn't move. She didn't do kind of like you might inch forward next to each other. We'll just wait here. So she didn't kind of do inch, trying to get past. And so we waited, got two happy hikers involved to give us an eye on for the kind of, we could be here for weeks. Yeah, to give us an eye on for the like nano distance of just literally scraping, literally scraping past. And as we were level, I think we said something like streets are a bit narrow, or I don't think we said anything actually, did we? We said
No.
Thank you. And she said, in her great big Mercedes, you want to live here? And we both thought, didn't we?
We don't want to live here, no.
But we also thought, if we did live here,
We wouldn't have a bloody Mercedes
we wouldn't have a great big Mercedes. We'd have a Nissan Micra. Anyway.
We'd have one of those cars, whatever that was.
Yeah, one of those ones with the scrape. And that was that, really. Ever helpful. This is the old parsonage, which looks very nice. Step back a bit. But why they're ever helpful is because they've got this little road sign so that you know where you're going and how far. Isn't that lovely? You've got more places there and a little pink seat with a bird bath. That's what I call an ambiguous signpost because it's not really clear. So we were chatting to a chap yesterday, and apparently because there's so many people having all of the cottages in, a lot of the cottages in the villages in Cornwall, they've been bought up as second homes. So prices have gone up, but what's happening is the local fishermen and the kind of generations of fishermen, the younger people, can't actually afford to live in the fishing villages. So here at Mevagissey they've built just a bit out of town a development that only locals can purchase or rent a property, which is good. But the trouble is, it is just that, it's a bit out of town. So they can't even live in the doorstep of their work as they have done for generations, which is a shame, isn't it?
Yes. Oh, now.
Here we are.
Sun's out, Maura.
The sun is out. See, the sun shines on the righteous. We've arrived at the parish church. It is, I'll find out in a minute, but I'm pretty sure it's 13th century. The oldie parishy church. They're thin. They were just pieces of slate back in the day.
1797.
Oh, okay. And
Aged 16.
Jane and the son, age 2, her son.
70. Aged 4. 4 months. We are open.
Okay. So I've always had that feeling of piece.
This is a pretty church.
Here we are. This lovely old church has been a place of worship for Mevagissey since 1258, and from 1632, commemorating the archers, who were not the archers BBC Radio 4, but the archers who came before them and actually shot arrows. And that's the Cornish. I've seen that in a few places. It's a pilchard plate. Interesting book there by the Reverend Mabel Breck. I'll see if I can get £1 from the treasurer.
Yes.
You're right. Okay, bit of a hike.
I'm not going up there.
Okay, I'll go here. I think that's not ivy, there's a stingers. Snagged it. What a lovely view. Across Mevagissey. So I'm loving this. There's a resurgence of teaching Cornish. So apparently, I haven't seen that many, but the road signs have got Cornish. I tried to learn it, but it's Distar Fatangenis. It's very hard. It's more Germanic and Celtic, whereas obviously the Latin languages are quite a bit easier.